Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to another episode of the non-league the legend in the France aspects. It is Paris 13 Atletico, and we are definitely looking to become better than PSG. And today marks a monumental tick in the box of becoming better than PSG. We have our first game in Ligue 2 as a professional football club. Since we last met, the continuation of what has been last night's episode/stream, we are live, links down below, of not being able to sign people, has continued. We have another midfielder. You saw in yesterday's episode we had one reject us. We have Lefebvre, who's our fourth midfielder that we've gone for to come into the middle of the park, reject us. Every single guy we go for gets an offer from somewhere else and they choose the other club because even though we're in better divisions than VAFFC, who got relegated, that might actually not be true. Are they in our comp? No, they're not. They did get relegated, and you saw Power FC got relegated last year. They all go into the higher reputable teams in the lower division. Then to me, who's a professional football club and needs their help to stay up. Because of that, I have only made one signing, and it isn't even a first-team player. He's come in with a particular reason. But important to note, we have got the top 18 there. Dijon got relegated and they spent the last few years in the second division, but you know they're a top flight club, or potential to be. We're down in 18. 350 to 1 to win the division and odds on favourite to get relegated. That is for sure. Our best player is Didier, who is our keeper. We probably need a really good year from him. What makes him so good is he can come out and claim crosses, but to be fair, I don't think he's particularly great at this level. If you have a look at Dijon's greater player, Dior, people will know the Senegalese lad. He's a good little footballer at this level, and he's going to cause us an absolute nightmare, you feel, up top. Since we last met, though, pre-season, and we'll have a quick little word on pre-season, is we did get a win against Belfort. Important to note, we did see Collie score a couple goals in pre-season. I believe it was this goal here, the last one, where we actually saw a striker get in behind and get slipped in behind, and he had pace to get there. See, he starts behind his men, makes a run, with his pace he's there, finish. Now we need a bit of that. And then we had a goal against Martigues, I think it was, where, we would occasionally see Barker getting in behind, right? Occasionally. Once every blue moon, where defenders were quite slow. Collie is quick enough to get in behind and make up ground when needed, which is great. And hopefully we see a bit of this in the episode. As you see, over the top, giving his defenders a 10-metre head start, and he's just come in and put one top bins. Now, there's a lot of hopes on this lad being good. I definitely hope he will be, and we'll be playing him up front today in the pressing forward role with that 5-star potential, and hopefully he becomes good at this level. In terms of the team, though, we haven't been able to find a midfielder, so the Yannis Barker experimentation is going to come out on the opening day. We're training him to play as a Segundo Volante as another backup option in the role because he's very well-rounded, he can do it all, and hopefully we see him do okay against Dijon, but it'll be interesting. I am open to changing this role as well in order to fit another player in, as long as they're a bit creative in the system. Diarra's out suspended, so we are going to get Daliot to the bench, and Castro will come in on the opening day and play out there. He's a fairly loyal, and I believe he's a left footer, more of a winger. But we'll put him out there for now and then see what he can do, and maybe he can have a good game out, being that he is club captain. In terms of the rest of what we're trying to do here is we're still looking for a midfielder. Roscoe Sconey got an accepted loan offer. Would have been a very expensive one for us because we're paying like 2K a month, which at our level is expensive. Lille said yes. They were going to just give him to me for 30% of his wages. And then he said no, saying he doesn't want to come to me, which is annoying. In terms of that as well, we rejected a trial win for Mario. Had a scout report. He might be the best that we can go for, so we've gone for him. And lastly, we did go and put a free transfer on our fifth choice option, which is Jorge Alistu, and he's coming from Barca and Napoli. Has had bids from Fundelbrada and Prat if he wants to go back to Spain. He's the sort of guy that I would change to a Regista for. Someone that we're just going to give licenses, pick the ball up, play your passes, and just we'll try and carry her at 5'6". But it could be someone that is a very good technical footballer, and someone down the line like a Mathurin, who was a previous signing in yesterday's episode or the episode before this one, where it's a guy that you're bringing in, you're happy you brought him in, could help keep you up, might keep you up, and if he does keep you up, hopefully a club in England come for him and spend some money, same way that the midfielder club from Spain would spend some money, give us a meal, and get us underway. Now, let's get into the first ever game being a professional club, and here is your team. Desprez is in goals, Matty at right back playing the inverted wing back. I reckon he's our best signing. John Encadio, spoke about him last episode. If you compare him to Karamoko, he's better. He's physical. He's a monster. I've seen him score in pre-season. Please, lad, please. I think I've seen him score in pre-season, or at least hit the bar. Karamoko, I definitely know I've seen him score in pre-season. Alongside, we know how good he is. Jai Lucas is our best player on paper for me, even though they say that my keeper is. Masawemo, Barker in that experiment role. Sanaf making his debut, one of the other signings, one of the two foreign players here, the other one being the right winger, which we just showed you. I think out of everybody, he has the potential to be here the longest. Main reason is potential to be a League One footballer, already at a decent level, and because he's coming from an amateur club, playing even in our poor facilities is going to be a step up of football for him, so you should see him develop quite nicely as well. Castro will fill in for this role for now. Matherin on the other side, and Collie has gone on up top. Score predictions in the chat. We are live on stream. If you have enjoyed this non-league to legend build so far, and thank you very much for the follow there, Matty142. Hopefully you have a good game for me at right back, mate. If you have enjoyed the episode, go give it a subscription on the YouTube. That doesn't cost you anything. Or come follow us live on Twitch like that. But do leave a comment and let me know in the comment section down below if you know any real decent, mediocre, borderline semi-professional defensive midfielders that might actually be interested in us. Let me know in the comment section. Or let me know a play that maybe we should put in our shortlist for in the future. Let me know in the comment section down below. Dressing room, I expect you guys to go out there with no pressure. It's not our day. It's all right, mate. Kind of got a San Marino build a nation thing. I have a question about that, Matty. I know without any sort of database or anything, 30 years to gain nationality in San Marino. Is that not correct? Because I was thinking about doing them this season and saw that and was like, well, what rebuild can you do? Because it takes 30 years to get any player of quality to defer and defect or become San Marino nationality and play for the national team that way. Because Workspace did a Gibraltar save, which, by the way, Apex of Legends, I know it's on FM 17 or 16 or whatever, worth the watch because the amount of regions that he found that were like Spanish or whatever that would declare for Gibraltar was magnificent. It was a great save. But go check that out YouTube after you watch this episode, of course. But yeah, Matty, he's doing a San Marino save. Big prompts, mate. Big prompts. All right, let's see what we're capable of. I've got one player who plays for the national team. Nice. He probably is an electrician or a plumber on the side. Yeah, Qatar was nice. I really liked our Denmark one with the amateur club SFB. But yeah, these guys and the Danish club SFB have very similar facilities to start with, basically nothing. Here we go. Not at full strength. I don't even think that's going to matter here today. I think our goal this season is just stay up and be solid if you can. If we start by a point, job done. If we go into the the relegation playoff game, the board will keep us in the job. So that's job done. But anyway, away we go. By the way, the board and the club expect us to get, and the supporters expect us to get cop a defeat today, and I think that's about right. They've hit the bar inside 3 minutes. Clean sheet, boys. It's fine. Still believe in the clean sheet. Away we go. Yet to see anything in the game. The longer this stays 0-0, the better it is for us. So that's fine. Dobry. Marie. Moves it around. Nurio. Dior. He's a big boy. He's 6'3", and he's a physical monster. And he had a really good year last year. And, well, he's opened his account against us. We're 1-0 down inside 12 minutes. Going great, though. Team are predicted to finish last, but I'm currently in the Europa playoff places and only lost 2 games this season. Nice, mate. It's better than our start here, mate. Dior, what a header. And, yeah, not much you can do about that, mate. He's just quality. Playing as a target forward. Seems about right. Yet to have a shot. Go on, lads. Find something. Let's do something. These are a good side, but highlight. Lucas pumps one. Collie's quick enough to put some pressure on here. Didn't put any pressure on. And now they have an Appiah, who are usually good footballers, and a Kanate, another great footballing name. We get a press across, but nothing of note. Jacob now in the middle of the park. Look how easy it is for them to move us around. Oh boy, it's going to be a long year. Nurio, Guti, Nurio, Dobre, Marie, Nurio, Goody, Bear. Ball over the top. Joe Lucas is beat. What a ball. Konate. Good ball in. Headed. 2-0 down. 2-0 down. Let's get on cautious here and just go... Yeah, just on cautious and sit men behind the ball and try and hit him on the break, maybe. 2-0 down, 25 minutes played. Fun. If this is how it's going to be, we are in big trouble this year. First game as a professional football club, we maybe have rose too quickly, even though it took us 2 seasons. Yeah, we had a shot, boys. We'll celebrate that. Celebrate that we had a shot. Apparently we committed more fouls and bugger all the ball. Highlight. Is it us winning the ball? It's not. Everyone was around him. No one went for him. Sanef, good tackle. Full back to the Konate guy. He beats 3. No one goes to him. That's probably a goal. Desprez, good save. Don't like that as a highlight though, FM. 2 guys looked at it, let it drop to the fellow who picked up the ball as a winger, and then, yeah. And I hate when this does this for the corners. Lower level stadiums, man. Dijon should have a better stadium than this, to be fair. It should be a higher lying ceiling. Anyway, we need to get through this highlight here. And we haven't. Good. Smart play from Nkadio at centre-back. Head that back nicely. Karamoko. Still a highlight here. I don't like this. Thank you. Get us into half-time. All right. Far from pleased. How do we change it? Feel like after half-time we're going to go in a positive, which is a thing that I wouldn't say we should do. I'm going to move us into shorter and actually try and get us on the ball a little bit. See if that's going to help us out. Doesn't look like it. Konate. Bear. We've just got nowhere near him on the press. We might go 4-4-2. And I don't particularly have another striker on the bench. Could move Barker up front. Could 4-4-2 and just go at him and cop a pumping if it's a pumping. Which I think is going to be a pumping anyway. We can't even get near him, man. No one's applying enough pressure on the ball carrier in our mid-block. I let him come into the space and then hit him on the press. That's a goal. Should never miss that. Yeah, there you go. Well, this is a fun opening day, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting smacked. 3-0. 10 shots, 6 on charter. XG of 0.97. They've scored 3. We don't get the ball under control. We never even looked like doing it. Jacob went for goal. Desprez makes a save. Nice. It's all right, boys. Just forget about this and we'll move along when DR is back as an option. Goes long. Castro not known for his ability in the air, and Colley's had nothing on it. Joe Lucas with a good tackle. Masawemu. Here we go. First highlight for us. Sanef tackled. Kept it nicely. Was Barker in the middle of the park learning this role. Sanef and KDO. I'm asking him to keep the ball, which is not our forte, but I'm just trying to get some control back in the game. The winger, first time I've seen him pick the ball up, makes a run. Looks for Castro. He's good enough to get on that. I tell you what, he's inside here, Collie, for his goal in his debut. We've got a positive to take out of it. Collie has scored on his debut. 3-1. We're losing 3-1, but we have a goal on his debut, and that's all that matters. The new striker signing, found himself inside. Don't know what their defender was doing. He just stopped and never tracked the run. I don't care. And Collie's thumped home, and it's 3-1. We've got a goal, boys. About to be 4-1, but we got a goal. Oh, far out. I actually thought he put it in there too. All right. Another highlight. I'm tempted to go the 4-4-2 and just go for it now, which I think we will, unless we concede from this highlight. And then in that case, then I don't think it really matters what we do. Oh, she's just licking us alive. Thank God I went straight into Desprez. All right. Just make the 4-4-2 change now. Go in the attacking. Barker's going to go in there. Sanef is fine. Barker will go up front. That's all right. Castro's going to come off, and we're going to get in Haddad on one side. You guys haven't seen Guglielmo Crocs. I'll just sign him as a backup left back. He's not particularly good, but he's come here with 15 determination, which is going to be good to help grow some of the youngsters that we're looking to get in. Look, Godin's not had a good enough centre back. Obviously, look, Nkadio's not at his best today. Let's just get him off. That's fine, mate. As well. We'll go with that for now. Ramil's injured, so I can't bring him on too early, but he's definitely an option. Imagine if we scored right now. This would be scenes. I think there's more chance we give the ball away at the back here. We'll look for Collie. And that's the highlight. That's fine. All right. We go for it. 4-4-2. On attacking. On the press. The 4-2-4, sorry. We're now booking for Barker and Collie up top as we're looking to fight for the shirt. There's a highlight as I'm about to make a change. Got a knee. Pumps one looking for Barker. Flicks on. Collie, I thought was quick enough to get there, but it was a bit too heavy of a flick on. Imagine if he got there and rounded the keeper, I would have had a moment to myself in front of all you guys, so it's not really a moment to myself. Ryanet taking his time. We've got him scared, boys. He's time wasting. Give us an indirect free kick in the box. Give him a booking for time wasting. Give him a yellow. Do it. Lucas doesn't win the tackle. Bear in Dong. We're looking to try and win the ball a bit higher, which at least is a positive, I guess, in itself. But it leaves us open now with the wingers being caught. Matty's been done in behind. Effort, great save. Falls back to Dior. He's too good for this division, and, well, that's 4. With that being said, we'll give Fruver a time off. The Ivory Coast lad will come in. And we'll give Crocs his debut there for Joe Lucas as well. You know, these are not the teams that we're going to be trying to fight with this year. It's going to be who's meant to finish in and around the bottom bits of the table, and we're going to try and take points off them where possible. Because we've been handed. We have been absolutely carved alive by Dijon on the opening day, and I don't think there's much we can do. Tell you what, though, Haddad, you're quick enough. Hey, that is cynical. I know you're not going to send him off, but we're for on goal there. Cynical. I would be losing my mind on the pitch if I was the coach here. Ramil off the bench. Do something, Ramil. You're good at creating. Good ball in. Doesn't find anyone. Karamoko from centre-back. Got an E who's now back at centre-back. Ramil's onside. Ball in. He's offside. Yeah, it would have been nice, but Barker was offside. He tried to leave it and it still hit him. Just let it count, linesman. Who cares? Yes, we know he's offside. He wasn't even trying to hit it. He just hit him. Koulibaly. Bear. Ndong. Good squeeze from Shane Snaniff, but didn't win it. Teore. All the way out there to Ryanet. Romanga. Collie, good press. Keeper, beaten. That's what we want to see from him. He's got 2. Look, there is a positive. The positive's name is Collie. If he's going to do this in a game we've got no hope in, pressing people, using his space, being explosive, we're going to love it. Centre back, try to turn him. Mate, don't turn him. Just don't turn him. Good finish. He's got 2 goals on his debut. There's the positive right there, is that boy up front is quick and fast and he's good at what he does. I like him a lot. Look, we got pumped on the opening day, yes. Yes, we did. But was it all doom and gloom? And I'm a very pessimistic person when it comes to FM. I get very doom and gloom very quickly. I'm open to admit that. It wasn't. Against a team that has much better players than us, which most of the clubs do in this division. A guy that's a Senegalese legend up top running the show. With a makeshift midfielder who's a striker, who's a half a star midfielder. Our best left winger not playing. And the new signing scored a brace on his debut in a game we had nothing in. There is enough positives to say, you know what? If we can just tighten up a few things, find a midfielder, we might be able to launch an attack of just barely staying up. And that's the goal. If someone tells me right now, final day, you get a point and you start by a point, shake your hand right now. I'll shake it. Fast forward me to the end of the season when it's all done and dusted. Far from pleased because we do have to get aggressive with him. But look, well done, Collie. On his debut, it's a brace. Castro had a 7.0 in the division above as the captain, which is fine. Interesting. Now, my next thing we've got to do is who are the teams that we are meant to be fighting relegation with? Stadio Lavios, Aniki, Annecy, Batista, Shadow Rouge, who came up a couple years ago and stayed up. If that's the case, next episode, oh man, we've got a tough run. Basito, who is our first home game in a game we should be winning. I can't give you that. Reims, AMS, and Nims. Something tells me all these guys have had moments in the top flight. Where did Nims come? Have they just come straight down? They've been in the division for a bit now, Nims. But a club that we've seen in the top flight. Look, we know they're a good club too, and they haven't been in the top flight for ages as well. There you go. RC Lens, another club. Newly relegated, finished 4th in this division, so it's not an easy run home. think our next game we're going to come back for is an away game against Grenoble and a home game against newly relegated Toulouse. No, they finished 7th here last year. Who got relegated before we end? Lorient, Reims, and AC. And then Lens, Saint-Étienne, and Toulouse all stayed in the division last year. That's absurd. That's so much quality. Who got promoted last year? Toulouse, FCM, and Clermont. Wow, we got some big boys, man. We got a Saint-Étienne, who their owner owns us. We're going to have a very difficult year. But now, next episode, Grenoble, because I think we're meant to be in and around them, and that. Or, actually, I think what we should do is give you AC, who are newly relegated, and FC Anarchy, who are a team of fighting directly for relegation. Something in and around this zone. YouTube next episode. If you have enjoyed the episode, give it a like. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel, of course, as well. Let me know down below who you would sign, what you would strengthen, or is there a tactic that you would recommend me using? And because this episode will come out a few days after I've actually streamed this on Twitch, if you want to stay up to date, links down below to our Twitch. But let me know who I maybe should look for in season 4, season 5. Is there a player that you would like to see me try and bring in here at Paris? Let me know. Till next time, thank you and goodbye.